There's a big swing and a miss here, I think.
I'm pretty excited today.
I'm not.
I'm very excited. Okay, so we are going to go to Lowe's and we're going to get some paint samples. So here's where we started. This is the penny tile that we recently put up in the rig, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it below showing how we did it. It's just peel and stick tile, but man, did it make a world of difference in the RV.
Yeah, it spruced up that little section of the hallway really nice, and it made our my retirement anchor pop. I like that part.
These are samples that I got the last time I was at Lowe's. Now this darker one is the exact color of the penny tile. And then I got two shades in the same family but lighter. The dark one is just too dark. It'll defeat the purpose of painting it because I want it lighter, brighter.
Right.
So these are my other two options, and a high gloss of course to bounce the light around. So I really want the lightest one, but I'm worried it's going to be like little baby bluish.
Yeah. Even
though it does have a lot of gray in it. And then the middle one. So today we're going to go get samples. The little $3 samples so I can, you know, paint little spots on the cabinets, and then we can really decide.
Lucky me.
I feels really excited. Don't let him fool you.
No, it was my big mouth that got us into this paint predicament to begin with.
I had been talking paint since we got Ruby, so...
And I called her bluff, and she didn't bluff.
There's never a bluff when it comes to me in projects, so... It's time to test out our two samples. I'm pretty excited, and actually I have no idea which one I'm going to end up choosing. So let's see how they turn out.
That's pretty light.
It's much lighter than I thought it was going to be, huh?
It almost looks white from here.
It's almost going to be too light. Maybe we should have went with a dark one.
Well, that looks white.
I know, right? It won't when it dries because it's not doesn't look white on the lid. And multiple coats. But I guess compared to the brown. I'm really surprised because I thought I was going to want this one. And in the jar, it looks really gray. So I'm wondering how many of you cringed when you saw me paint the cabinets. I'm not scared.
I cringed. So the plan is to remove the drawers, the doors, and any other hardware down below. We're doing just the lower cabinets. And we're going to rough them up with a little sandpaper, prime them, and paint them.
Hopefully it turns out good because there's no turning back once you move forward.
If it looks like crapola, then we'll go get us some brown paint. Paint it all brown.
So we've completely destroyed the rig.
Yeah, the kitchen is no longer in one piece.
So it is actually scattered throughout the whole RV, and it just got really small in here.
Yeah, we had to take all the drawers and cabinets off, remove the hardware so we can sand those and paint. And then we had to move one section of the booth so we can get behind the wall here. You got to do it correctly if we're going to do it.
Yep. And lucky for me, I have an old bosun mate here who has painted many, many times in his day.
Yeah, painting an aircraft carrier sides with a 7-inch roller. You learn quick how to paint.
All right, so next up we have everything disassembled. We are going to sand, wipe it down with a tack cloth or a damp cloth, and then we prime. Good primer is key.
Yeah, so let's stop chatting and let's get to it. Primer is on, and we played Twister in the process.
Yeah, it's a small space we're kind of maneuvering around everything, trying not to step on each other.
Yeah, and we're using a small 4-inch roller and a 2-inch paintbrush, so getting in all the nooks and crannies was a bit of a chore.
Yeah, so we used a really good primer. You're supposed to be able to paint directly on surfaces without sanding, including like high gloss surfaces, but I never believe them, so we sanded.
Yeah, we just did a light sand, and then we went over it with some tacky, like a tacky rag, real sticky.
Yeah.
It's sticky all right. It got all the extra dust fibers off, But man, did it stick to my hands.
Yeah, that's the first time we've used that. Normally just use a damp cloth.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to let it dry and then on to the next phase. The first coat of paint is on, but not without some difficulty.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty was the bubbles. Our roller was creating bubbles on the surface of the paint.
But they're dry. It's drying fine. I think we go back over it with a second coat. It'll be fine. It's drying really good. So the bubbles are disappearing, but they are a little concerning.
Now it is almost the same color as our penny tile, which was the goal. So we'll see after the second coat how close it is. And as far as are we loving it, Phil is totally on the fence.
The jury is still out.
So hopefully when we're all done, he really likes it because we can't go back in time.
Yeah, I think I'm going to like it. It's spread out all over the rig, and I'm just still having a hard time wrapping my head around. We just painted our freaking kitchen cabinets. All wood. So, but I think it is definitely gonna brighten it up. The morning after. So far it looks good. It's got more of a grayish tint to it than the blue up close, but when you're sitting further back it has a little bit of a blue to it. But I think once we get it put back together, I think it'll look fine in here.
The worst part was actually trying to navigate this mess. It is making us crazy. So it is dry enough to where we can put it all back together. We're not going to close the drawers all the way. The can says it takes 7 days for it to cure completely. And we may have to do some touch-ups later on.
No, we will have to do some touch-ups. We had our sample drawer where we did, kind of a color swatch on there. And you could see them. We didn't sand it good enough. We thought a light sand, and we thought the primer would be thick enough to cover it. It wasn't.
So you can see the texture of the paint squares where we did our sample. So yeah, that's not good.
But other than that, we're going to put everything back together. We're going to clean it up, and then we'll show you once we're done what it looks like.
We interrupt this RV paint job for a special bulletin.
You guessed it. I'm wearing a t-shirt again.
No, that's not it. But it is about t-shirts.
That's right.
So we want to give you the update for the donation for Homes for Our Troops for our t-shirt campaign. We are so excited about this. I mean, like, you have no idea how thrilled I am.
Yeah, this far exceeded our expectations. We had no idea that we would raise this much money for our charity, and we are over the moon ecstatic.
Well, we knew our community were kind and generous. You guys are amazing. We love you guys, but you have far exceeded our expectations. So, without further ado,
Drum roll.
Let's talk numbers.
The total combined shirts that were sold, get this, 1,283 shirts. Yes, you heard that right. 1,283 shirts.
Which means we are donating $1,283 to Homes for Our Troops from our shirt sales.
That's right. And again, we weren't expecting that. So this is a really great start to the charity. But wait, there's more.
GasStop, as you remember, agreed to match our donation. So, we have been working with them for quite a while, and we really love everyone we've been working with. The company is great. The people are great. So they are going to match us, but that's not all. Not only is the U.S. GasStop division matching us, but the division in Amsterdam wanted to get in on it.
Right. So the CEO of their global GasStop side of the house over in the Netherlands is also a veteran. And he's a veteran of the Royal Netherlands Marine Corps. And he reached out to us, and he was very excited for what we're doing for vets and for the RV community.
So he decided half of what GasStop will be contributing will come from them. So we are getting help from here and across the pond.
That's right.
I guess that means veterans everywhere have a special place in their heart for other veterans. It doesn't matter what country you're in. So for all of our veterans out there, whether you're from Canada or Australia or the Netherlands, thank you so much for everything that you do.
Absolutely.
So,
I would give you a hearty hand salute, but it would be with the wrong hand, so I'm not going to do it.
Now let's talk about the tip jar, because that is going in too.
Yeah, I could not believe the numbers in the tip jar. They just kept stacking up. We ended up with $2,173, $2,173 in the tip jar.
And that's straight from your pockets just because you want to give. So again, thank you so much.
You showed us that the community and the charity all means something to you, and we really appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right, so the grand total that we will be sending to Homes for Our Troops is, you want to do it?
$4,739.
Oh my gosh, is that overwhelming or what? So thank you from the bottom of our heart, everyone who bought a shirt, everyone who contributed, even if you tipped $1, it means so much.
The RV community as a whole that is looking out for the vets, and we are happy to be beating the drum on this side of the house.
That's right. So thanks again, thanks to our veterans, thanks to all the contributors, and I guess we'll get back to that paint job. My question for you is, did you have a panic attack when you saw us painting our solid wood cabinets? So put it down in the comments below what you think. You would never ever paint your wood cabinets, or you want to paint your wood cabinets. So I'm really curious out there how everybody will, which side of the fence you'll be on.
I'm also curious as to if you'd ever do it again, knowing what you know after you painted it.
That's a good one. So the color on the cabinets do not match my sample. And
No.
I'm assuming it's because this sample is satin and the cabinets are semi-gloss. So the cabinets are much lighter, and instead of being this gray color, they're really more of a soft blue gray. More blue than gray.
And I was hoping that they would dry a little grayer. The blue does match the color that she was trying to pull out of the window boxes, and closely matches the penny tile that we had up. But we're thinking we're probably going to have to redo this.
The whole thing. I don't know when, but we will.
We're not doing that now.
Yeah, we don't have time now.
No.
So would you do it all over again or leave it alone?
I would do it the right color the first time and then leave it alone. I like the way that it has already brightened up the kitchen. I do like that.
Yeah.
I'm not enamored with the baby Carolina blue.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so let us know your thoughts down below on what we can do to have better surface, you know, the texture on the cabinet to get rid of that. Spray painting won't be an option because we won't be able to color match the spray paint. That probably would have been the most ideal way to paint it. So if you're a professional painter, or if you know your way around a paintbrush, please give us some tips down below for when we fix this, because we will be fixing this. It's just a matter of when.
That's where I think we need a little help with, is the right brush and right roller.
All right, feel free to leave comments below, but be nice, don't be mean. So drop your comments below and see if you can help us out, and tell us what you think. Do you like it? Would you do it yourself? Would you paint your cabinets?
Yeah, I asked my daughter on a FaceTime call earlier this morning if it looked like a play school kitchen set, or did it look good? And there was an awkward pause for about 10 seconds, so I got my answer.
Wait, don't go away yet. We want to give you our thoughts on the paint job now that we've been living with it for a few weeks.
Yeah, we don't like it. I can't sugarcoat it. It's too dang blue. It wasn't gray enough. I couldn't hold back anymore. So we will have to redo it.
I do like the paint, but no, we will be painting it again. And the paint itself turned out really great. It cured great. So had we gotten the right color to begin with, we would be over the moon. But, but I have found the solution. I have the solution. And we won't even have to paint, maybe.
Okay.
All I need to do is put in new countertops and new backsplash, and that will fix everything. Maybe some white subway tile and a lighter countertop. What do you guys think? That's perfect, right?
Right. I don't know. See, her
Why
fix
are
to
you
everything, because it's just cha-ching, cha-ching. So her fix is to throw more money at it. After she told me we were done spending no more money on projects, no more money,
hoping you forgot that.
Yeah. No.
I was hoping you guys forgot I said no more upgrades this year.
No. So, it's a swing and a miss. we'll try it again for all of you that have been to Red Bay, because we're Tiffin owners, so we're going to go to Red Bay. If you've done anything like that in your Tiffin, whether it's countertops, subway tile, or tile in general, or just a kitchen reno, put the pictures below and let us know who did it for you and if you would recommend them, please.
Well, you can't put pictures on YouTube, but if you have
Oh, no.
links to any
That's right.
remodels, that would be great. Or if you want to email them to us, and if you have names of the company that did it for you and info, that would be amazing, because I'm going to work on him. And you know, I'm going to win since I'm actually the budget person. I can find the money.
She can. She will. She has. I'm not going to lie.
Thanks for watching. I hope you guys found this interesting and you learned what to do and what not to do, because there were a few lessons learned in there. And again, if you have any tips for us on painting, please feel free to put them below in the comments. Don't forget to hop on over to our website and check out our blog, which has a ton of info. And while you're there, hit the community tab on our website and check that out. That is all about you guys and the community we're growing. For everyone who bought t-shirts, when you get your t-shirts, don't forget to throw in these hashtags right here so I can find your shirts. And I would love to put those pictures on our community page.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all those pictures.
We want to see where you're at, what you're doing, and what adventure you're up to, because we might want to add that to our bucket list.
Yeah, because we're not adventuring right now.
That is so true. All right, don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and our new Our Village link is right down below. Join that group. We're going to have some exciting things going over there, and we can't wait to see you over there. So until then, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell over there.
And remember, if you hit the bell, that will tell you when we go live. A lot of people have missed some of our lives, so make sure that bell is hit. And yes, I'm still going to do a video on how to comment and YouTube. I have not forgotten, it's on the list. We've been a little busy with the broke guy.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm feeling better. I'm getting better. So we're tracking.
All right, thanks again. Take care of yourself out there, and hopefully we'll see you on the road.
But then we turned the lights on, and then it was like, whoa, they're blue.
Hopefully you guys... We're doing this whole part over.
Oh, okay.
Back... Do that again.
Yay, babe.